up, everybody? Hello, we're going live. Today we're going to try and design a hat because I want to design a hat. So I'm trying to do it within an hour. I'm using the design shuffler made by my lover lady. You can get to it at shuffle.ptt.live, but I'm going to use it to make a hat. I think we're online. It looks like everything's online almost. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're getting there. We're almost live on Twitch, multi-streaming. If you're watching on TikTok, then just go to YouTube and you can watch it there. Let's see if I can get the chat. But first off, what we're going to do is just randomize this this little guy here. I've locked the 1 hour because I want to just design it in 1 hour. See if I can do it really quickly. It may or may not happen. We'll see. So what time we're starting at 1:48, probably about 2 o'clock. And I'm going to use, I locked using the Sculpt brush because I want to try and do it with the sculpting tool. So I locked those two parameters, and now we're going to randomize. I need to like just click this until I find the hat because I know I want to make a hat. Usually I just see what the randomizer gives me, but today I'm looking for something specific. Let's see. I'm going to do a test. Hey, there's 2 people watching. What's up, y'all? Hey, test. There we go. Okay, cool. So hopefully y'all can see the chat and all of that. Whoa. All right, so let's just click here. One day we'll have a thing where you can just kind of drop down and, you know, select what you want. But for today, I'm just going to click through here and you can see all the different things that are available. And these are just top, or like kind of like products that I just went to like Etsy, Amazon, and just looked for the top products in Thingiverse, all that, and just put them all in here. So that way, if you're making something, hopefully it is something that you can, you know, sell. That's the goal here. So say hello if anyone can see me in the chat. If you're in Instagram, I can't see you. I can't see your chat. So you have to come to YouTube. So I'm just looking for the word hat, and I think I put it in here, so I'm pretty sure. If not, then we just won't design today.
Just say you're going to do the hat.
Well, I want to put it in there. Oh, that was a naughty's one. So, oh, Halloween mask. But yeah, Amber said just tell yourself that it's going to be the hat, but I kind of want to just show all y'all these different possibilities, you know. So if you want to design with us, go ahead and jump in there and, you know, try and challenge yourself to make something this weekend. I'm supposed to be off today, but I was just feeling really creative, so I was like, I want to design something. I want to make a hat. I've been wanting to make a hat for a while, so we'll see if today is the day. And I put some music on because sometimes I get in the zone and I forget to talk and say stuff, so that's all right. Looking for a hat. All right, if we don't find the hat here in just a second, then we'll just go with it. Trivet. There's like 600-700 different things, so we'll give it a few more. I should probably just go with what it gives me, but today I want to control it a little bit. So we're just looking for the word hat. I'll see if anyone, oh no, if anyone's watching here. Restream channels. Oh, okay, everything's online. Somebody may be watching on the YouTubes. Fan. Oh, I've lost the chat. Here we go. Okay. All right, we'll give it another minute. If I don't find the hat, then we're just going to assume that's what it says. Fashion glasses, ship in a bottle, toilet paper roller, camera, bookend, skull, dog bed, cat house, fashion bracelet, refrigerator magnets, toothbrush, beer flight board, shower accessory, knife cover, spice organizer, chessboard, overalls, pegboard, fashion item, coin. Oh, I could have done fashion item. Damn it. Clip, custom text, hairbrush mount. Hey, what's up, Bernie? Hey, just pretend hat came up. I know. I want to do that, but I want to like lock it in just so it's official. But we'll give it a few more minutes here, Bernie. I feel like it'll come here. I know there was one I did pass that was like kid hat, like a child's hat. But you know, I'm still a kid at heart, so maybe that'll come back up. Bernie, are you a 3D print designer? Have you ever? Yeah, OCD. Yeah, definitely. I just have a vision. I have a vision. Bernie's like, just do it. Shopping bag, harmonica, marionette puppet. I've done that. Fashion shoes. All right. We'll give it to 155. Tinkercad. All right. That's what I started on. Now we're going to be using, let me see if I can flip it over. Today we're going to be using Blender, which is my new favorite. It's kind of like Tinkercad on steroids. It's like if you wanted to have like crazy control and layers and you know. Oh, look at that fashion hat. That's for you, Bernie. Fashion hat. Okay, now we're going to randomize the inspired, because I don't know what kind of hat. Maybe a zucchini hat? No. And really, I just click the button until something hits me and I feel like it. Usually I do it for all the different sections, but today I was like, I want to make a hat. Like I woke up like, I should make a hat. Iguana hat. Estes Park, Colorado hat. That might be something, because we are going to Colorado. I could go with it. What do you think? Dublin, Ireland. 3 years 3D printing, 4 machines, Creality. Cool. Yeah, I've got two Crealities and a TiVo and a Elegoo. Just started doing resin. So this is going to be a hat. Today we're going to do it with the TPU. So I'm going to keep going. Polar bear hat, Shakespeare hat, a yak hat. That could be good. Computer hat, sales clerk, Sphericon, anime. I'm looking for something that'll be easy to sculpt. A giraffe hat, no. Scotland hat, garden hat, garden hat, no. Mexican hat, hyper helicoidal hat. For any math nerds out there, a child-inspired fashion hat, a math-inspired hat, game-inspired hat, ibis, which is I think a bird, Uganda, clutch-inspired hat, cucumber-inspired hat, Amsterdam-inspired hat, Davy Crockett, a Davy Crockett-inspired hat. I have like a vision kind of already. A robot. Really just thinking of like little details to put on the hat. Halloween. Apple. Pumpkin. Ooh, pumpkin. That could be interesting. Thinking of something with like lots of texture. Something that would be fun to sculpt. Top hat. Yes, top hat. I don't know if I could pull off a top hat. I kind of want to make something similar to this. Really like straight, wide beard, whatever it's called. How's your day? What's up, Bruiser Boy? On TikTok, I can see y'all sometimes. Birthday inspired hat. Ooh, cherry, minister, sine wave, puzzle inspired, cartoon. I think a cartoon inspired hat could be pretty cool. All right, so now I've got that. I'm going to accept the challenge. If anyone out there wants to design along with me today, feel free to go check it out. It's just ptt.live, and you can find the shuffler. So Jason, we'll do JWall ptt.live. Okay, boom, shakalaka. All right, cool. So that'll send me an email. It's official. We are designing a cartoon inspired hat with the Sculpt brush So let's go ahead and drop into Blender. I've been using this software called PureRef. It's pretty awesome. So kind of going to go through the process of what I do. I just kind of like find a bunch of photos. So right now I'm just going to go through like cartoons that have hats and see you know, what we can find. So PureRef is like this little guy here, and you just drag images to it. Let me bring this up. Bring it down. And I don't think I can show my Google searches because then I'll get sued. But let's make some stuff. So let me know in the chat, anyone who's watching, any cartoons of things that have hats. We got a steampunk hat from Bernie, Slash from Guns N' Roses. Yeah, top hat could be cool. I'm thinking of something that doesn't have to have supports. You know, like this dips down a little bit here, so that would need supports, but maybe something that's more just 45-degree friendly, printer friendly. All right, so now what I'm doing is getting some Elmer Fudd. Yes, Bernie. All right, let me pop this chat out so y'all can actually see. Let me see what y'all are saying over here while I'm building this out. Okay, so let's do. All right, Elmer Fudd. I like that. Elmer Fudd hats. Oh, dude, that's great. All right, we're going with that. I like that a lot. That's perfect. Okay, so we're going to get images of Elmer Fudd. This is great. Good idea. It's me. So now you can just drag these photos on here. Oh my God, I love Bugs Bunny. I used to draw Bugs Bunny all the time as a kid. All right. So I'm just going to place these in here. This is for you, Bernie. We're going to make a quick Elmer Fudd hat. That is a cool hat. Like, that is some crazy hat. I just need it from all different angles. So I'm just going to pop a few in here. That way I can just use it as quick reference. And what I've been doing sometimes too is just drag them in there really quick. Oh, look at this one. This one's cool. So I'm just getting as many reference images as possible just so I can kind of freestyle on it. Oh no, look what we've done. So sometimes if you drag it from Google, it will do all this stuff. Boom. All right, so we'll give it a few minutes, and I haven't officially started the timer. I'll start the timer once we get into Blender. Oh man, look at this dude's hat. Yosemite Sam's got a cool hat, but we ain't doing Yosemite. You might find line drawings for animation process from image search. Ooh, I'm just gonna freestyle it. I'm just gonna look with my eyeballs and draw it. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you're saying like a line drawing and then you can extrude it type of thing? Look at this hat, Bernie. He doesn't even, this is like just a different hat, but we don't want that one. We're going to delete that one. We're going with these. And what's cool about this PureRef, it's free, but you can also pay for it. I gave him $10 just to support it because it's pretty cool. So check it out if you're interested, if you need some reference. So you can do images and you can do normalize the size. So that normalized all the sizes. And then I think it's, if you select all of them and do Control P, yeah, it'll give you like a little thing here. So there we go. So now we've got some reference images. We got the side, we've got the kind of quarter angle, we've got profile. I need one from like front on, like just straight on. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Boom, straight on. So I like the creases and stuff in it. I don't know if I can pull off this hat. I actually had a hat like this, but it was like a kind of a different style. But let's see. Great. Wish I had that talent. Hey, well, one day, you know, if you keep practicing, you know, you'll get there. I didn't have that skill until I just kept practicing. I just kept practicing, and then, you know, I'm still not the greatest, but I'm still just trying to learn. So now we've got our reference. And let me just put a little bit of reference here. That way I can kind of show and see what I'm doing. And let's bring the chat back down. And let's bring PureRef. All right, so I think we're almost ready to start the timer. And grab these. There we go. Where's that one? I want this one in the middle. And that's what's cool is like you can just kind of like float around here, look at different angles. All right, so let's do it. So we're in Blender now. I've already saved the file. It's called Flex Hat, but I'm actually going to save it as, I'm going to call it the Fudd hat. I don't know how you spell Fudd. Elmer Fudd hat. Boom. Okay, we got our Fudd hat. Turn on my shortcuts. And let's make this a little smaller. And we'll just move that around as we need it. So I'm going to kind of cheat a little bit because I already have a hat that fits my head that I 3D printed a long time ago. So we're just going to use that as a reference. So we're going to delete the Suzanne and bring in my old school hat for kind of like size references. So we're going to import a STL and let's do 2020 designs 3D hats cap. Nope. Let me bring it down here. So I'm just looking for a different hat that I designed. Here we go. Website. I love hats. Okay, here we go. Hat. Full. All right. So here's our hat. This will give me a reference, you know, to how big my head is. Actually, I need to size it up again. Be right back. All right. So this is the hat. I don't know if you can see that. This is the hat that's in the computer right now. So it's actually, it's a pretty good size. Yeah. So that's pretty good. So we'll do that. That's a good size, so I don't have to adjust anything. Now, let's see if we can do this super simply. Bless you. My lover lady just sneezed. Can you hear the, anyone in the chat? Can you hear music? Just curious. All right, so what we're gonna do is use this as a reference, and I'm gonna do a new shape. Let's do let's do a UV sphere and just crank it up. And I could just do it by him. I'm just gonna scale it up until we kind of hit the top. I'm gonna maybe move this hat a little bit so we're kind of in the center there. That's pretty good. And this is going to be called hat. All right, so now we've got the hat. We're gonna build an Elmer Fudd hat in an hour. It's 2 o'clock, so let's see if we can do it. Hopefully we can do it even faster. So I'm gonna go pretty quick and see what happens. Scale on the X. So now I'm just kind of bringing it to fit my head. Maybe scale it on the Y a little bit. Just like maybe right in there. All right, so now we've got our kind of framing. I might even scale it on the Z a little bit, give us some height here. That's pretty good. And then now I'm going to, what am I doing? I'm using the wrong mouse. I gotta whip out this 3D mouse and see if that works. Oh yeah, now we got the 3D mouse. Now we're talking. All right, so let's go here, go into see-through mode, and we can get that out of the way a little bit. And I'm just going to select all of these guys, bloop, like that, and let's just delete them. Delete the vertices. Yeah. So now we just have this like half hemisphere guy. And we can hide the hat for now because we don't need him. Let's see here. Now we got our hat. So what I'm going to do is just kind of keep it kind of just a shell and just sculpt from this. So first off, Elmer Fudd's hat. He looks like it's just got like a bill coming out, and it's kind of tall, almost like a, I don't even know what that shape would be. Like a cylinder. I don't know. So what we're going to do is just kind of grab the top point here, maybe turn on proportional editing and grab it. And just kind of stretch it up. Whoa. Stretch it up here. Maybe zoom this a little bit more. I don't want to move the bottom too much. That's pretty good. Let's scale it. And really just getting the basic kind of shape here. We could totally do this in sculpting, and maybe we will. Maybe we'll just go straight into sculpting. So front mode, let's just go ahead and save that, and let's add multi-resolution. Just subdivide it a little bit. Hey, there we go. Maybe even do like, yeah, let's just do 1 for now. And so we're just going for this overall shape here. I'm going to switch into sculpting mode. There we go. And I like to just use the grab brush a lot. Elastic deform, that's what we need. So with elastic deform, we're just going to kind of look at his head here. And this guy needs to come out. This guy needs to come out. And there we go. So we're getting somewhere here. This is actually the side, so let's take it back into rotate Z 90 degrees. Yeah, now we're talking. So here's our actual front. And let's go back into sculpting mode. And let's elastic deform this guy. Maybe add some more sculpting resolution. So just trying to keep in mind the 45-degree rule. So I like this. I don't want it to be too crazy tall. Maybe push this in and just kind of giving it some deformations like we have here. That's a little more square. Greetings. What's up, Mike? Yes. What's up, Mike? So good to see you, hear from you. How you doing? Niagara Falls. All right. Oh yeah, you were always in Canada. I thought you were like, I'm traveling to Niagara Falls. All right, now we need to see. We're making an Elmer Fudd hat here, Mike. What was your favorite cartoon growing up as a kid? I think mine was Bugs Bunny, honestly. I love Tasmanian Devil. All right, so we're still got the elastic deform. So it's kind of cool on this one where it's kind of like leaning forward, kind of like that. So maybe we'll drag it. Let's see where the front is. X, Y. I think that's the front. Yeah. So Hercules. What is that? Herculoids. What's Herculoids? No, Hercules is cool. I didn't know that was a cartoon. I thought it was just the movie. Maybe it was before my time. All right, check it out. Oh. So one thing I'm noticing is that the hat is like moving at the base a lot. So what I'm gonna do is maybe mask it just so. Let me pull out these brushes here so y'all can see what we got here. So use the mask brush, and I'm using 3.0 alpha, so it may crash, you know, that's part of it, but I am an early adopter. So what I'm gonna do here is just mask the bottom here, and maybe even do like a box mask. And just draw a box. I just want to keep, oh, that doesn't look to be working. Let's clear the mask. Nope. Oh, it did work. Okay, cool. So we've got a mask here. So that should let me deform without bringing the base up too much. Overthinking this. Yeah, and there we go. So now the base is going to stay, you know, roughly the size of my head. And let's just get this guy. I like that it's like very kind of bending over itself. I think that's kind of the main gist here. All right, it's starting to come here. I think it's a little too wide. Maybe we need to rotate it a little bit. So it's kind of got all kinds of crazy style. The interesting thing will be when wearing it, if people will be able to notice that it's an Elmer Fudd hat. So there we go. We've got that. And it's just elastic deform, just pushing all this here. I may have to use like a crease, but that is a weird looking hat so far. It's not looking like Elmer Fudd's hat yet. I think it needs to be like maybe taller. So just smooth it out a little bit. Maybe change a different view. So it looks like it's tight on the head. Tighten here. There we go. Yeah. From the side. I think we may need to just bring in the crease brush, start making some creases, because I feel like that's what's making me feel like it's not looking like it yet. So we've got like a back crease here, a lot more creases on the front, kind of more like, kind of making it feel like it's kind of folding over itself. This is actually harder than I thought. I thought it was going to be pretty easy. But it's not. Nothing's easy, guys and girls. But it is pretty fun. So I might bring this up. I feel like it just needs to be just taller. I don't even know if I could wear this. This is like so ridiculous. Yeah, here we go. Now we're getting there. Let's see. Let's go back to that crease brush. Maybe more kind of up here. Smooth that out. So really sculpting is most of the time just messing things up and then sculpting it and then smoothing it out. All right, we're getting there. It's getting closer. grow some here. I'm always harder than it looks, but overcoming the challenge is very rewarding. And you teach well. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, Mike was actually one of our students in the workshop. I had a ton of fun. We would meet in virtual reality. Good old days. We don't really do that much anymore, but that was fun. But yeah, I agree, Mike. Everything that's worth the challenge is usually worth it. There we go. Okay. I don't know if this is really looking like it. What do y'all think out there? It's kind of looking more droopy-esque. You can try a different photo. So let's see from the front. Here's our front. We have our elastic. So first off, I'm just trying to, you know, just get the general vibe, and then we're going to go in and put a bunch of details in. But maybe somewhere in here. And now I have a quest, and that I just can't seem to make time to use. I'm the same way. The quest is like, I mean, just VR. I was actually telling Amber today, I was like, I need to play some VR. We watched a documentary last night. It's supposedly the #1 documentary 2021 is about, what do they call it? What's the theory? Simulation theory. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. So I was like, it made me want to play VR. Thanks, Bernie. So I'm doing a great job. I'm trying here. Trying to see. So I'm kind of just working from the front now. So I'm going to try and get these little creases here. Yeah, there's a crease there. There's a crease up here. There's a crease right there. And then we've got our line that's kind of showing up here. So we do have a line that's going to go through there. We'll add that later. So first we're just kind of getting the job. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's very easy to do. If you like want to skip to the fun stuff, which is adding all the tiny details. But really, just need to get the shape right. I still don't think it's there yet. This is cool. This one's like a 3D one. So they're got kind of it's kind of going backwards. More of a curve. What do we got here? Thanks, Bernie. So, whoop. Mike, have you been doing any designing it lately or at all? I know you're big on 3D printing. So really, let's just do this. Make it more kind of animated. And remember, if you are designing with this today, save often. Save often, that's the song. The originals were from, oh cool, thanks for telling me that. That's really cool. Let's look at it like an original. What did you look up, Bernie? What did you search for? That would be good to see like what it really looks like. I feel like this is almost too big to maybe like shrink it all. I never use this tool, but maybe this will do some. Oh yeah. Nah. Yeah, I didn't know either. I'm old. I'm an old soul, but young at heart. All right. So we're getting somewhere. Whoa, ho. Let's go back to this. This hat is massive. It definitely will get some looks. But I'm liking so far that it's not breaking the 45-degree rule. Maybe make it a little more boxy looking. We also have the Flattening Brush, which can maybe make it a little more flat. Let's go from the front. Yeah, so it's getting there. I like how this one's kind of got a curve to it. So maybe we can like, maybe I can use the pose brush. Let me see if that even works. Whoop, nope. Oh, there we go. Haha, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. We want to bend it. Oh, yes. This is what we needed. Make it more fabric-esque. We also have the cloth brush, which we could get into. There we go. Now we're looking like it's starting to look more clothy. Maybe inflate this area here. Kind of has more like a gradual slope up. All right, it's getting somewhere. Otherwise boring. Can't see. Oh, minimal. I've tried live streaming in VR using Medium with my youngest spawn a few weeks ago. That was fun. Yeah, Medium is pretty cool. I need to do some more of that. Otherwise boring mechanical parts. Sometimes nothing fun. Hey, anything. Just as long as you're creating, man. Like that's where it's at. That's my life motto. Keep creating, keep creating. If you're feeling sad, if you feel, you know, like not feeling it, I feel like creating or learning something is like the best way to get out of that funk. That's just me. What do y'all think? Looney Tunes were contracted to make cartoon from every release of a cinema movie. Warner's were Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry were from MGM movies. Did not know that. All right, I'm liking where this is going. May have to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's looking more cloth-esque. Okay. Let's see if we can do the flatten brush. Just do it huge. Just kind of square it out a little bit. I feel like, in essence, it's just kind of like a big, like, I don't know the word. Like a, almost like a cylinder. If a cylinder in a box had a baby, it'd be like that. Whoa. You're Irish? That's cool. No, Americans, we don't know anything. Most of us. Me. They don't teach us in school. All right, so remember the challenge on the what do you call it? The shuffler was to use the DRAW Sculpt brush. So I'm about to do that. That's a DRAW Sculpt brush. It's the most generic kind of brush that you can have. So we're using it. There it is. Draw it. I used it. Ha! Now we're done. I think we could use that to make like the little doodads. How much time have we been going? Okay, it's like 30 minutes. I need to get on with it. Here we go. I've been yammering here. All right, so let's do some creases here. So I could use the crease brush, but since it said to use the DRAW Sharp, I'm gonna use the DRAW Sharp. You know, listen to the shuffler. I can even make some little accents here. Now we're talking. Now we're having fun. Now we're gonna move to the accents. Another cool thing is this like kind of line that's happening. So maybe I can use the DRAW Sharp to make that like accentuation line to the top. May have to add some more details here. So now just kind of adding a line. That is terrible. So gonna undo all those lines. There is a stroke method where you can do like a line. So maybe that's the way to do it. So I'm gonna go from the front, just kind of see what this does. Okay, that's interesting. And it kind of curves around it. Yeah, that's what we want. That's cool. So there's one of our lines. And let's see from the front. Do one from this side. There we go. Take a look at the side. So it looks like the hat is kind of broken into 2 parts, maybe 3 parts. Yeah, it looks like just the front. And then, oh no, look. So we do have a 3rd part here. So let's go to the side. So there's our front. Well, let's go here. And I'm not using any symmetry because I want this just to feel super crazy and raw. Now we're going to take the pinch tool, pinch brush, pinch it. Because we got to get to going. We got to get to sculpting here. Oh, that's not what we want. Let me go back to Draw Sharp. And we'll take our stroke to space. I'm just kind of accentuating these lines here. Got about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna try and get them to like meet at the front here. So let's meet all at the middle. And this guy comes around here, and I'm kind of over accentuating because I want these to really show up when we print it. Nah, I mean. All right, so that's looking closer to what I was thinking. There we go. Haha, that's getting kind of cool. So we still got to add the bill. And I think what we're going to do is just maybe add the bill as a separate object. So what I'm going to do, hopefully this doesn't destroy everything. So I'm going to go ahead and save, go to the front, grab this point here. You just grab all these points and make a little bill from that section. And it doesn't look like it's going all the way around. It kind of starts somewhere in here. So grab these, maybe that one, and that one. There we go. And I'm just gonna duplicate that and pop it off by selection, and we'll call this the bill. There we go. All right, so far so good. Got about 15-20 minutes here to see if I can get this bill, and then we're gonna go in and add some crazy details. So I got the bill. And then let's just extrude that on the Y. And the trick here is to go make it where we don't go too large, where we can't fit it on the printer. Go underneath. And there we go. So kind of adding some extra curvage to the bill here. There we go. And what's cool is that you can just do solidify. So I'm just going to add a solidify modifier. Maybe flip these. So there's our bill. Let's do solidify. I'll do like 1 millimeter thick, maybe 2. There we go, yeah. And just try and kind of nest it into the hat there. And now, just kind of making it fit onto our hat there. Haha, that's looking pretty cool. So the only thing is that it's popping out right there. And that's actually how wide our hat should be. So let's take our hat, go into Sculpt Mode. Actually, there we go. And just kind of nest it right in line with our hat here. I feel like Bob Ross. There we go. Just tuck it right in there. All right. So there we go. Now we got a hat. Now let's add Solidify to our hat here. We'll see if that works. I've never done this before, but I think it could be cool. Let's do 2 millimeters on the inside. So that's looking pretty cool. And maybe adjust our bill. And trying to just get the bill kind of flush with the hat here. And we also want it flat with the base. So we've got the printer in here too, so the little frame, so I can make sure it's actually going to fit on the printer. It does look like it's a little off here. So let's take it into the sculpting mode. Looks like the bill could be a little better. And now I'm just kind of freestyling here. Well, I guess we've been freestyling the whole time, but just trying to get it to kind of mesh with our hat here. got our bill coming through here. That's pretty crazy. So now let's go into Sculpt Mode. And I'm going to crank up the multi-res maybe even one more time and see if we can get some crazy wrinkles and details. And I'm just going to use the Draw Sharp brush because that's what the shuffler told me to do. So we've got little wrinkles here. Again, just pushing it and messing it up. One thing we do need to do before I forget is put this little bow thing on the top. So, you know, before we run out of time. So actually let's do that first. So I put the 3D cursor right there on the top, right there. I can actually go into, no I can't, right there at the top. And we're just gonna create some kind of like little bow thing. And let's do it with a torus. Crank up the radius. And I want it pretty large because, you know, we're gonna have to morph it. So scale it on the Y, scale on the that's pretty cool. And we'll rotate it. And we still got to keep in mind our 45-degree rule. So do G. Maybe scale it down. And I'm going to scale it to the 3D cursor so we can kind of see from the front, you know, how big do we want this loop to be sticking out of our head. That looks pretty good. Let's see on the inside here too. We don't really want it to be poking through too much, just barely coming through. That's good. And let's also add a UV sphere, and it's gonna be huge, like 10. There we go. So now we've got a little knot for our bow tie. Excuse me. That may be a little too big. So just bring that on down. We're getting close. We'll take this guy, duplicate him. Uh-oh. There we go. We got a little bow tie. We're just keeping it in that 45-degree rule. That's how we do. There we go. So I want it to come through, but I don't want it too much because I don't want to have supports. Hey, looky there. That's looking close. And we can actually see it a little more hyper detail. Crank it up. I don't know. That's a pretty weird hat, guys and girls. Let me know what y'all think. I think it would take a heck of a person to wear that, but I'm up for it. If you're wearing a hat like this, you gotta rock it. You know, it's not your average Joe hat. So now let's take the elastic deform, and what's cool is you can crank down your resolution. Well, not that much, and you know, without messing up our other stuff, we can kind of pull that out. This is like a Pharrell hat. Let's crank it back up. It's for haunting habits. Oh my gosh. Bernie, you're great. Thanks for hanging out the whole time, Bernie. And Mike, if you're still here. This is great. This is like I'm trying to experimenting with live stuff here. What do y'all think? Is this entertaining at all? Is it boring? Is it like watching paint dry? What do you think? Let me know in the chat. Because I usually try and design something pretty much every week, but I was like, well, could be fun just to, you know, hang out. Oh, too much. So now we've got it cranked up. Still here. All right, Mike. So now I'm just going to add like these hard lines. You can see right here, we've got like these deep cuts. We've got most of them, but I may want to kind of accentuate the our little seam here, so it looks more like it was sewn in. Just kind of do that really quickly, just kind of almost like pinching it or cutting it. Just give it a little more accentuation. Bernie, blowing my mind, all the tools you're using. Yeah, dude. I mean, Tinkercad's awesome, but I mean, whenever you're ready, Blender takes it to a whole nother level. Plus you got sculpting, which is ridiculously fun. So you can do all kind of like the same stuff you would do in Tinkercad, but then just flip it on over into Sculpt Mode, and you're ready to rock. And the cool thing too about this is like everything's modular. So like say if I wanted my hat to be thicker than 2 millimeters or thinner, instead of redesigning it, I just type it in down here. Or the bill, you know, so if I wanted the bill to be thicker or thinner, you can just type it in, which is pretty cool. And I feel like everything's going to go more generative and modular in the future, so it's pretty good. What's up, Alfred Martinez, the boss? Hey, you're the boss too. Thank you for your expertise in showing us. Yeah, totally. I'm just having fun. This is just freestyling. We do have some courses if you want to learn, like Mike did. Alfonso, Alfredo, Alfie. He's one of our members too. Have you done any of your courses lately? Have y'all been designing stuff? I know Mike said he has very small or some mechanical parts. Let me know if y'all are designing. That's really all I care about, is just creating. That's what we're here to do, guys. That's why I tell Amber, we are here to create and express yourself. So maybe, you know, maybe it's not an Elmer Fudd hat, but maybe it's something that, you know, whatever you're into. That's cool. Ain't that right, Amber? She said, uh-huh. So we're getting ready. We're actually going to go on a vacation. We haven't had a vacation in like, what, 2 years it feels like? Yeah, 3 or 4 years. It's been a long time. So we're going to go to Colorado and see my mama. And so this will be fun too. Hopefully I can get this printed on, you know, like maybe like a 8 millimeter nozzle. I can print this hat out and wear it on the airplane and embarrass Amber. And then I'll let you guys know if anyone's like, is that an Elmer Fudd hat? And I'll be like, why, yes it is. With the power of 3D printing, I was able to replicate this hat. I think I'm going to do it in black because I only have black TPU. All right, how much time are we in? Oh, I got 15 minutes. Okay. So we're getting close. I'm liking these creases. Even though it's very subtle, I feel like it's adding a lot of depth and dimension to this hat here. All right. Yeah, there we go. So remember to save often, kids. Yeah, and even if you're watching this video, like you say, if you're watching like the replay, you know, I challenge you this week, you know, this is a new week, try and design something, you know. I promise you'll enjoy it. It might suck at times, you know, there are parts where you go through like a love-hate relationship with your designs. That's normal. That's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just fantastic. If it's a guy with Irish accent wearing a leprechaun hat, it's me. Do you have an actual leprechaun hat, Bernie? That would be great. If not, you need to 3D design yourself one. I'm sure if you're in Ireland, you can find one non 3D printed. But it's just cooler if it's something you made, you know. All right, we're getting close. Let me know what else you think I should add. We've got a little bow tie. I might add some details to the bow. The bow is looking a little too basic. I need some more details, I think. It's like, I mean, I think it could work, but it needs some love, I think, up top. So here we go. No, only mad drunk guys wear them. True. I was probably that guy when I went to Germany. I got one of those little German hats when we were at Oktoberfest, so I was probably that guy. All right, so here we go. The trick is going to be getting this to print, you know, because I don't want any rafts and I don't want any supports. I'm against it. I want this to just literally appear on the print bed and then pop it off and put it on my head and go to Colorado. That's my dream here. So we'll see if we can get that done by tomorrow. Ding. All right. All right, so from a distance, whoa, it is kind of giving it a little bit more pop a little bit. I don't like the kind of the fall off that's happening, so I may just barely smooth it out with the smooth brush tool. Where is it? There it is. Or you can just hold shift, that's why. Thanks, Bernie. So it's looking great. So I'm using a pen tablet too, so I can get really, really soft, smooth. I don't want to do it too hard. Whoop, too much. Too much. Well, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I leave it super creased or like soften the crease? I'm trying to think when it's printed. I kind of, well, it could look cool. I'll just leave it. We're kind of running out of time here. If I'm trying to beat this time clock, I'm racing the clock. It's probably half liter of resin. Resin? Oh no, we're going to be doing TPU. I don't know. What are you talking about? Half liter of resin. What you talking about over there, Bernie? Okay. So that's looking pretty cool. And we're going to leave the bill like super flat, just because I want it to be flat, so it's easier to print. The bill might be a bit sharp. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. You mean, are you saying like flat? Yeah, I guess it could use some love. I just don't want any supports. I don't want any. I just want to. Whoop. So object mode, let's jump into this bill. Whoa. Huh. What's going on here? There we go. But if it's not, FDM should be fine. I thought you were printing. Oh yeah. No, I have a resin printer, but not for this one. Not for this design. I wonder what is happening here. Getting some like weird artifact there. Yeah, red would be awesome, Mike. I don't have red, so I could do red later, you know, after I get back. But first, I'm gonna do black, so it'll just be black. So it won't really look too Elmer Fuddy, but I think that's just the shape would look a little. Okay, I'm gonna do these guys, Sculpt Mode, and just add just a little bit of some flavor on these guys. Actually have to add a multi-res, slice it up. Oh, there we go. Now look, yeah, it's all smoothing out. See how much different that is? This is the blocky one. This is the one with the multi-res. It looks so much better. So much better. How many did I do? 3 and 3. 3's the magic number. Just leave the shotgun. Yeah, I don't even have a shotgun. But I did have a 22 rifle that my grandpa gave me. All right, so now we're gonna do that. Now we can go into Sculpt Mode, and let's just add some deformations. I'm just gonna use the elastic deform again because that's one of my favorites. So easy. Whoa. There we go. So now just gonna kind of just add just tiny bits of just stuff, you know, just so it's not just perfect, because it's all about the little details, you know. Just kind of pushing some things here, pushing some things there, just so it kind of has some life to it. Maybe bring it in here, make it a little smaller, but still keeping in mind the 45-degree roll. Like this probably needs to come up a little bit, you know, just to give it a little something. Maybe even that could come up. And now what's cool is you can just click this little sculpty guy over here, boop, and now I'm sculpting the other one. All right, we've got 5 minutes here. I don't think this is probably done. You know, I definitely think I could do more, but just for time's sake, I'm gonna leave it at this today and do a test print, you know, because then I can actually see, you know, what do I need to change, and what do I need to add or, you know, take away for the next time. Haha, there we go. So I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Elmer Fudd hat here. Maybe I could add like some details to the top of this hat thing. It'll even give me 5 more minutes. Let's see. We got multi-res. We got Solidify. Let me just... Ooh, I don't know if I can do it. It's going to break my rule. I just want this to be nice and flat here. Another thing we can do is... It's a new trick that I've been playing with. You do a new plane, and we're going to do 300. And it's way up here, but we'll just drop it down. Let's see if it'll work. So, since the bottom of my hat is kind of all over the place because I messed it all up, I'm just going to take it like that and just try and chop off the bottom so it's really nice and flat. You can see here, you know, right there. So we got a nice little ring of non-flatness that we're going to try and chop off. So again, just add Solidify. Let's do like 5 millimeters. Save it, and I'm trying to do a boolean on this shape. We'll see if it will let us do it. There we go. So hey, now we've got a nice super flat bottom, and I can take the bill here and just make sure it's in line with the base here. So that way, when it does print, it's going to be even, nice and flat with the hat here. So I'm going to zoom in real close. You know, let's get super detailed. And this is what I'm talking about, Bernie. You know, with the blender, like I'm in here, like I'm in like micro millimeters, like super. This right here is 1 millimeter. This is like ridiculous. All right, so I can even hold shift and just barely move it. There we go. All right, so now it's super flat, super on the bottom, and that's it. So thanks everyone for watching. This is my Elmer Fudd hat made in what, about 45 minutes to an hour from idea to concept. This is pretty crazy. I still think it could have some I think it could definitely be enhanced a little bit, but actually pretty happy with how it turned out. So yeah, thanks Mike. Yeah, and we will be safe, and hopefully when we come up to Canada I'll say what's up, and we'll see, because Amber does want to go see Niagara Falls, so maybe we'll hit you up and go get some coffee or a brew or whatnot. Yeah, thanks for joining, Bernie. It was nice to meet you, and I'm going to try and be doing this more throughout the week, just a new design every week. So if you guys want to say hey, come say hey. If not, keep designing, keep creating, and I will see y'all next week, or actually in 2 weeks when we get back from vacation. All right, later everybody. Later Bernie, later Mike, later anybody else watching. Let me see.